morning, everybody. Forever Nenaa here, and today I will continue to react to
We Deleted You.
So last time, guys, ETELED wasn't that bad of a person, and we found out how ETELED was made. So now we're gonna go ahead and figure out who is Sam and what is her story. She has freaking 6 stories, so we're gonna go ahead and just react to 2 of them today and see what that's all about. Like, this is just the thing just gets deeper and deeper, and just I never know what to think. But let's go ahead and get into this. Okay, Sam's story. What you got? Okay, cool. This is always that awkward pause in the beginning, you know, guys? Long awkward pause.
Alright, first off, my name is Samantha.
What's up,
but
Samantha?
I'm usually referred to as Sam.
What's up, Sam?
I'm not really into what other girls are into. While most girls are into stuff like shopping, clothes, makeup, and gossip,
Yeah?
I'm more into skateboarding, technology, movies, and most of all, video games.
Why can't we be into both? I love both of that stuff.
Consoles like the Xbox One and
Yes.
PlayStation 4.
Yes!
But one game console has always fascinated me.
Wii?
The Nintendo Wii.
Always
For
bringing
some
it back to the
reason,
Wii.
I love the idea of motion-based gaming. Sure, motion controls today are usually considered as gimmicky, but I didn't care what people think.
I like them.
I wanted a Wii.
Yes.
Sadly,
Get a Switch now.
The Wii is hard to come by since its discontinuation in 2013.
Oh, yeah.
And with it now being 2016,
I think I still
the
have my
only
old
places
Wii.
where you can find them
somewhere.
are places like Kijiji and eBay. For a while, I thought I would never get a Wii, until I finally found one.
You got ETELED's Wii?
My mother absolutely loves thrift stores,
Ooh.
and would usually drag me along with her when she went to them.
You gotta love a good thrift store, honestly.
But me, on the other hand, well, I hate them. All the stuff there are so gross and weird.
What? What kind of thrift stores have you been going
My mother took me
to?
to a thrift store, and then I went to the electronics section, and there it was.
The Wii?
My eyes widened as the Wii box caught my eye. The instant I saw it, I called my mother over, and I asked if we
ETELED's
could buy
Wii,
it.
isn't it? Wait,
And
why did
since it was a
Kyle...
thrift store, the prices there are way lower than they would be in actual stores.
Wait, okay, so that would mean that Kyle donated his Wii with ETELED in it. Let me just continue. I gotta
Yes,
stop. I gotta
as
stop.
This Wii was only $20. When we got home, I immediately set the Wii up in my bedroom. Once I was done, I turned it on and my TV.
Uh-huh.
Usually, video game consoles would have a setup process. You know, where you put in the time and date, the country you live in, that kind of stuff.
That makes sense, but this one's used.
But for some reason, this Wii I got didn't have that. But
Because
honestly,
it's used, right?
I didn't care.
They didn't really
The
factory
game that
respect
came with
it,
the Wii
restart
was
it.
Wii Sports, so I decided to play that. But then I forgot something.
What?
I had to make my own Mii first. I could
Oh,
use
yeah.
against players, but I
Yeah,
just
that's what I
didn't
said. That's the
want
first
to.
thing you gotta do
So,
when you get a Wii.
I went to the Mii channel so I can make a Mii.
Was
But
ETELED?
when I got to the Mii channel, I found something odd. I saw a Mii already there.
Whoa, that's
with
not.
its back facing me.
Oh,
It was cowering while repeating the words.
Please don't delete me. Please don't delete me.
oh, please don't delete him,
I just
please.
stood there for a moment, not saying a word.
Oh my gosh,
The Mii turned around and looked at me.
so nervous. Please don't.
The Mii
I
looked
wouldn't
kinda
delete him.
weird.
I would not
He was
delete him.
bald, and his eyes were huge. He had a small nose and a big smiling mouth.
What's wrong with him? I would not delete the me.
I clicked on the Mii with the Wii remote,
Please
and
don't.
his name read ETELED.
Please don't delete him.
What did that name mean? I couldn't figure it out. And as he stood there, he spoke again.
Please don't delete me.
Please don't. Please.
I always had a belief that AI had feelings, that they had souls.
Oh my gosh, maybe
So
Sam's the one.
I simply replied with, "I'm not going to delete you."
Yes! Yes!
And
Sam's
on
the
its
real one!
expression then
Sam's the real
changed from a
one!
creepy smile to a rather confused look.
What? You're not going to delete me?
Oh my gosh, he's been through
'Cause
so
everyone
much.
deletes me.
He's been through so much, he doesn't even
No.
know why.
Why don't you want to be deleted? I questioned.
Wow, she's like actually
Ellen
into
started to
this.
explain that
She's-
this Wii was previously owned by a kid named
Kyle.
He said that when a Mii is deleted, they are sent to a place that he refuses to speak of. I tried to get it out of him, but he wouldn't budge.
She's surprisingly really
I'm
into this
guessing
though.
It's pretty bad.
Like, she's not
I
questioning
then
why he's
decided
speaking
play
back
these
to her and
sports
stuff, you
without
know?
making my own Mii. I just decided to play as ETELED.
Sam is cool.
Wii Sports
freaking
had a
love
total of
Sam.
5 sports included with it. Tennis, baseball, bowling, golf, and boxing.
Which one's gonna be your favorite?
I really liked boxing, so
Hey, with
I
Matt!
played that.
With
I
Matt,
chose
boxing with
ETELED
Matt.
as my Mii, and the game started. In boxing, I obviously played as ETELED, and the Mii that I was versing was named Ryan.
Ryan.
I looked at Ryan's skill level, and he was at level 124.
Dang.
Now, that may sound tough,
That
but from
does.
what I've heard, level 124
It's
makes
not that
Ryan
much?
the worst CPU player in boxing.
Wow.
So, this should be easy. The
Okay.
match started,
Wonder what
and
level
I
Matt
threw a
was.
punch with my Wii remote.
You're
and
supposed
with
to
that single hit,
upper gab.
Ryan fell to the ground.
Dang.
I made a slight chuckle. I knew
That was
this would be
fast.
easy.
Like that's it.
I ended up winning that match easily.
What's
I
up?
played
That's
a lot
good.
more matches after that, all of which I played as ETELED. And it wasn't until 9:30 that it was time for me to go to bed, since it was a Sunday and I had school the next day. So I
Valid.
turned off the Wii and went to bed.
Okay, so this is going off at a good start. This is good right now. Like freaking Sam is the freaking MVP right now because she's not going around deleting me's right off the
I'm not
bat.
a fan of school, not because of homework or learning useless crap I'll probably never use
It's
in
actually
the real
crazy
world.
how like calm
I
she
don't
is
like
though.
school because there's always people bullying me. Everyone in my class knows that I believe that AI have feelings, and they always harass me for it.
Wow, what jerks.
There's this one group of bullies, with the leader being called William.
William.
goes by
He's the
Will.
biggest jerk.
Will is a grade A jerk.
Yeah.
He doesn't just bully me, but he bullies all the kids who are either unpopular or different.
Man, who made
Like
this
the
guy
kids who have learning
popular?
disabilities.
Oh my gosh.
Anyway.
He's the worst.
He and his little group of goons like to refer to me as Sam the Psychopath,
Wow.
mainly due to my belief that AI have feelings. When we got into our homeroom, we sat down and waited for our teacher to arrive. The teacher's name was Mr. Brenner.
Okay,
He is
hi
a very
Mr. Brenner.
laid-back teacher, and every Monday, he asked us how our weekend was.
Oh, that's nice.
All right, class. How was your weekend?
Oh, that's
He
so
was met with
nice.
silence,
Oh.
just like every other day.
Dang.
While we
Dang.
waited for someone to share their experiences over the weekend, I slowly raised my hand.
Oh no, she's gonna say
Sam.
something about ETELED.
Mr. Brenner called.
Is one of them gonna try to delete
I just
ETELED?
sat there for a second, as I was thinking how to explain my experiences with ETELED. I
met a
spoke to me on my Nintendo Wii yesterday.
She sounds so crazy.
I don't
Low-key.
know why I shared my
You
experiences
dumb.
with ETELED. Probably just to make Mr. Brenner feel good. After I shared, my class started laughing while I
Dang.
embarrassingly sat there.
Like even though I know what she said
After
is
the
like
laughing
true,
stopped,
I feel
We
bad.
carried on with the morning.
Cause it's like it's
next
true.
period, I was walking to my next class
That's
when
really what
Will and his
happened.
friends, Cooper and
Man,
Dan,
Will go
stalked me.
away.
Hey, Sam the Psychopath. Will
Okay,
yelled.
Will the
Are you missing your little
stupidness.
me friend? He continued as he pushed me. Shut up, Will. I quietly.
Will the worst. I had to think. I know I had to freaking pause and think for that, but like he needed the freaking name. Like Will the worst. He's terrible.
He said as I tried to get past. What? He questioned. What did you say to me? He continued as he
You heard
gripped
what
my
she
shoulder
said?
and spun me to face him. I dare you to repeat that.
Go ahead.
Will
She's gonna do
threatened
it.
quietly.
What are you
He
gonna
let
threaten?
go of my shoulder and I walked away. Yeah, run! Run, you little me friend!
He freaking sucks.
He yelled as I continued to walk away.
He freaking sucks.
I got to my class and everything went by smoothly until about 10 minutes before lunch. We were in history and we were working on an assignment about World War I.
Yeah.
And as I was working, I could hear talking. I looked up and saw another group of bullies talking about me.
Why is there so many freaking
This group
bullies?
consisted of 3 girls, Ellie, Jane, and Faith. They usually sit next to each other in classes, and would gossip and talk about other people instead of doing actual work.
Man,
On
they
this
need to be
day,
more
I
like
sat right
Sam.
behind them, and I could overhear their conversation. You know Sam, right? Ellie asked Jane. Yeah, she's so weird.
Wait, the girl's literally sitting right behind them, and they're just like, "You know Sam, right?
Yeah, she's so weird.
Wait, she's behind us. Do you think she can hear us?" No, I don't think she can hear us at all. Like, what? They're not even trying to be quiet about it.
Jane replied. I tried to ignore them while I continued working. You know her stupid Wii she's been talking about?
Oh my gosh.
Well, maybe she has some mental condition and she's hallucinating, Faith said as
What's
she
the
laughed.
point in talking about people like that?
What are you guys talking about me for? I
Exactly.
asked. Yo, were we talking about you? No. Ellie quietly hissed at me. They think that I'm some stupid idiot and some weird kid with a mental condition.
Oh my god.
And they think that I'm gullible enough to keep working,
They suck.
thinking that I was mistaken. Ellie, I know what I hear and I know what I see. I quietly confronted Ellie as I leaned forward.
Get him. Get
Oh,
him.
shut up, Sam, Ellie stated, and I
Get
leaned
him.
in further.
Get him.
Stop talking about me, I quietly demanded. Okay, fine, just go back to working, Ellie said with a sassy tone.
Then stop freaking talking about
I
people.
overheard them a bit more, and I was surprised to hear that they were now just talking about their pathetic TV shows. And then they started talking about shopping and going to the mall. I felt vomit rise in my throat. Get a life, I thought. The day
I mean,
went
at least
by
they stopped
normally
talking
after
about
that.
you.
Other than some kids giving me some weird looks, it was fine. I always walk home from school, mainly because I live so close to my school and that my mom is always at work on the weekdays. She usually gets back from work usually around an hour after I get home. Anyway, today was no different.
You
But
walk
Will
home.
does take the
Gosh
same route as me to get
dang,
to his home,
Will.
which is a bit further down.
This guy.
Sometimes I look back and see him walking a safe distance behind.
Will's the
I
creep.
didn't really care though,
Will the
because he
worst.
doesn't do too much when his friends aren't with him.
Ha!
Eventually, I got
Sissy.
home and I locked the door behind me. I went to my room and I decided to talk to ETELED.
Aww.
I turned on my
Does
TV
ETELED become-
and Wii, and I sat on my bed while
Does
I held
ETELED
the
become
Wii
a friend
remote in
for
my
her?
hand.
Oh, I hope ETELED becomes her friend. Like, they become friends.
As the Wii menu glowed onto my face, I pointed the Wii remote to the Me channel, and I pressed the A button. I pressed start. When the Me channel opened, I saw ETELED. Hi, ETELED, I said
Aw.
softly.
Sam, I need you to turn off the Wii.
ETELED spoke in a rather scared tone.
Why?
Why? I asked.
Someone's coming. Turn off the Wii and hide it.
ETELED fearfully yelled.
What is it, Will?
I didn't understand.
Just do it.
Who was coming and
Just do it.
why was
Don't ask
ETELED
questions.
so afraid? But before I could say anything else, I heard running. Running that seemed to get closer and closer.
Hurry up and hide the Wii!
Sam, turn off the
Hurry,
Wii!
yeah, hurry up! Do it! Come
ETELED
on!
panicked as I ran to turn off the Wii.
And hide
As
it?
my finger inched to the power button, I stopped. I
Why?
heard my window open.
Oh my gosh.
I looked at my window and I saw Will.
Oh my
Hey,
gosh!
psychopath. Having fun with your little me?
What are you
Will said
doing? I bet
sarcastically.
he's gonna try to delete ETELED.
What the hell was he doing here?
Seriously.
Did he follow me home? Why was he here?
Seriously!
I looked over.
Why is
at
your
the
window
TV
open?
Screen, with the Wii still on. ETELED was shaking. Will came in and grabbed the Wii remote out of my hand. Let's see what the little guy's name is. Will said as
Wow! What is he
pointed
even?
the Wii remote to ETELED
At this
and
point,
clicked
he's
on him.
creating a crime right now.
A speech bubble containing ETELED's name appeared over his head, and Will analyzed the name.
Wow.
That's backwards for delete, Will said.
Wow.
Is it?
Aren't you the
I
brightest one in the bunch?
Yeah, stupid. You really didn't notice that?
You're the stupid
Wow.
one. I don't like Will
You're
already. I really
stupider
don't
than
like
I
Will.
thought,
Like,
Will
Will's actually making
angrily
me
said.
so upset right now.
But, because his name is backwards for delete, let's delete him. Will joyfully
No!
announced as he
What are you
picked up
even doing
ETELED
in
and
this
dragged
girl's
him to the
house?
delete icon. I jumped up and tried to pull the Wii remote out of his
Oh my
hands.
gosh.
But Will was stronger than me and he was slowly able to get him to the delete icon. The
Why
text
didn't you
box
just turn?
then appeared
Why didn't you just
asking
turn
if
off
he
the
wanted to delete
Wii?
me. Will started to inch his way to the yes button, while I tried to inch my way
Punch
to the
this
no button.
guy!
Will was able to get to the yes button and he pressed A.
Wow.
The me deletion sound played. Will had a smirk on his face while I was making an expression of pure worry. ETELED was being sent to that place that he told me about.
Wow.
I couldn't imagine the pain that he's going through.
Will is the
I laid on my
worst.
bed
What is
as
even?
Will walked towards my window.
He's-
See you later, Sam the psychopath, Will yelled as he was getting ready to jump out of my window. But
Will's
then
actually making me so mad.
we heard a voice.
You just made the biggest mistake of your life.
Get him, ETELED.
The
Get
voice
him.
sounded like ETELED, so I sprang out of my bed to find him back in the me channel. And this time,
Hey.
he was standing next to another me, which looked exactly like Will.
Get him. Get him.
Will then turned around to face the TV.
Exactly.
This
Yes.
is you,
Yes.
Right, Will?
Will was in a state of shock, and his me looked worried, as if something terrible was about to happen.
Look at his twisted
Will
ETELED's
slowly
faces.
walked to the back of my room.
Yes. Get this guy.
Why are you so frightened, Will?
Yeah. Why are you so
Are you
frightened,
scared?
Will?
Just like your me?
Will didn't answer.
Well, one thing's for sure. You've brought this on yourself, Will.
You did.
I'll be right back.
Get him. Get
ETELED
him.
announced as he walked off screen. A few seconds later, he came back with an axe.
This
He
guy.
kicked
Where he
Will's
keep getting
knee
his
over
axe
and put his
from?
foot on him.
Oof.
ETELED, stop! What are you doing?
No, get
I
Will.
yelled
No,
as
I'm
ETELED
on
raised the
freaking
axe.
ETELED's side. Get
Shut
this
up.
guy.
I've taught someone not to delete me this way before, and I'm not afraid to do it again.
Will just stood there, unable to move, speak, or do anything because of the fear.
Oh gosh.
I ran to turn off the Wii, but I tripped
You
on
should
my
have done that
bed leg.
before. You
and
should
I
have done
fell to
that
the ground.
before.
I looked
Now
up
you
at
want
the
to turn it
TV.
off?
I went through the pain of being deleted. And now it's time for your me to suffer. Say goodbye, you heartless.
I turned off the TV before ETELED could finish his sentence.
I would
I
just
got
let
up
him.
and turned to Will.
I would just let him.
You need to leave,
Because Will's the
I
worst.
said quietly. Will ran to my window and jumped out. He ran off. I closed my window and sat on my bed. I stared at the Wii for minutes on end. with
Man, Will had to
questions
learn
filling
his
my
lesson.
mind.
I'm on ETELED's side.
Why did this happen? Why did ETELED do this?
Because he got
What was the
deleted.
result going to be? What was the resolution intended to be? But this question filled up my mind the most. Why did I get this Wii?
Oh man, I thought you and ETELED was gonna be friends. Like, you should be on ETELED's side if anything, because Will's just a butt. He's the worst. He's just being a freaking toenail. Like, Sam, why are you
It's
not on
been
ETELED's
about
side? I
one
know-
day after ETELED tried to kill
I
Will's
mean, it makes
me.
sense. It's pretty traumatizing.
I don't fully understand yet, but I don't want to return it back to the thrift store because I feel that maybe ETELED and I could talk it out. I went to school in silence, and I even saw Will, but he just looked at me and looked away.
Good, as he
It was
should.
obvious that he was just as shaken up as I was.
As he should.
We got to our homeroom and Mr. Brenner walked in.
All right, class. I hope you all studied. Today is the Chapter 4 science test.
Mr. Brenner
Oh,
called
not
out
science, Mr. Brenner.
the Science Chapter 4 test. I didn't study. In fact, I forgot about it all weekend. And if all the events that happened yesterday didn't take place, I probably would have remembered it and studied for a while. And to make matters worse, Mr. Brenner's tests can be hard. It asks you for exact details and everything that
Man,
was in the
Mr.
study
Brenner.
guide. As Mr. Brenner handed out the tests, I slouched back in my desk, knowing that I would fail. And then he came to my desk.
Sam, did you study?
I replied with a faint no.
Well, today I'll give you an adapted version, just this once.
Aw.
Make sure you study next time.
That's nice.
There's one or two kids in my class who have some minor learning difficulties, so every time we have a test, Mr. Brenner makes some adapted versions for them.
Aw, that's really
and the only
nice.
reason he's giving me an adapted version is because my grades have been slipping a bit.
Aw.
The test was still a little tricky, but I think I've done much better than I would have done on a regular version.
He's a cool teacher.
The day went by normally after that. I saw Will a couple times, and we even made eye contact. But we didn't say a word to each other.
As you should. Don't
When
talk
I
to that
got
bum.
home, I sat in front of my Wii. Should I talk to ETELED? Should I throw out this Wii? Those questions are still filling my mind. No. He has a soul. He is living, I said to myself.
Sam's good.
I decided to just talk it out with ETELED. I turned on my Wii and grabbed the Wii remote.
What are you gonna...
I got to the Me channel
Aw,
and
he's
saw
still sitting
ETELED
there smiling.
just standing there.
I know that's his
ETELED,
default face, but
Can I
like...
talk to you about something? I asked.
What is it?
Why did you get so mad? Sure, you don't like being deleted, but why did you react that way?
Didn't he say it was painful to you? Didn't he
Because
say...
that's the only way I can react. I previously lived a life, a real life, but my childhood was full of abuse and violence.
Oh...
I took a few seconds before responding. ETELED lived an actual life before? He was a human being at one time? I asked him to be more specific, but I didn't want to force anything out of him.
Oh, that makes sense.
All I can say is that my childhood was very rough. I was bullied, I was abused, and I was different.
Aww.
How was he different?
ETELED.
Who abused him? Why was his life so traumatic to him? I'm sorry about what happened to you, ETELED. I hope you're feeling okay now, I said.
I feel okay mentally, but not physically.
Physically, you're in pain?
There was a long pause.
Oh my gosh.
Growing up as a person, I was punished for not being normal. My father was mean, while my mother was nice.
Oh, I feel so
I
bad
didn't
for
even ask him
ETELED.
anything. But what I heard shocked me. ETELED previously lived a real life, but not a good one. His father was mean, but his mother was nice. Was ETELED a victim of child abuse?
Oh my gosh.
My mother always loved me, but she was always sad.
At this point, I felt really bad for ETELED.
Poor ETELED.
Not only in his past life,
Oh, I feel so
but his
bad.
life right now. He said earlier, he feels okay mentally, but not physically.
Sam's the true one right here.
I'm really sorry about your past life, ETELED. I wish there was a way I could help, I said as I looked down.
Guess
It
just
was
don't
my
delete him.
past life. I'm still who I was before.
I looked up at the TV, confused.
What do you mean by that?
I worked for the company who made the Wii, Nintendo. I died, but I still lived on in this Wii.
I stood up. ETELED is an actual person whose spirit possesses this Wii? It didn't make any sense. I didn't understand.
Wait, isn't that what he
I didn't
said?
want to ask any more questions.
When he was talking about his
so I
past
decided
life?
to exit the Me channel.
Maybe she thought he, as his
I got
Wii
back
life
to the Wii menu and noticed I received a new message on the Wii message board.
was from
I
ETELED?
went there and found an envelope. I clicked on it, and the letter read this.
Sam, I trust you, okay? You're the first person I was ever able to trust in a long time. But please, don't let anyone delete me. You do not know how painful it is. And when I get deleted, I get violent.
Oh my
Sincerely,
gosh.
ETELED.
Oh my gosh.
I put the Wii remote down. I sat on my bed and didn't do anything. This was so much to take in.
It
ETELED was
is, I
human?
bet.
It didn't make any sense. I decided to get something to drink. I left my room and walked to my kitchen. I swung open the fridge and grabbed a Pepsi. I opened it as I walked back to my room. I'll just play some Wii Sports with ETELED, I thought. Maybe some tennis will get him into better mood, I said to myself.
Like, does he actually play these games
Tennis
though?
is my second favorite sport of all time.
And just sit there and enjoy
and
it?
since that was on Wii Sports, I decided to play it.
Oh, I remember tennis
I
was
opened
so
up
much
Wii
fun.
Sports and clicked on
You
tennis.
just had to hit at the right moment.
I chose to play as ETELED and the game started. I flung my Wii remote upward and swung it, hitting the ball.
You just bah!
ETELED was very powerful.
Hey.
I didn't even use that much effort in my swing, but ETELED hit the ball so hard that it sped toward the other team.
Let's go,
and the other team was able
ETELED.
to hit it back normally. In fact, the entire game worked normally. But every time I served, ETELED would hit the ball so hard that the ball went as fast as the game allowed it to. Even when I
Hey,
didn't put any
ETELED.
effort into my swing. I won that tennis match and decided to play some baseball. I started it
I
up
can't remember
and
the
the
base.
game
Oh
began.
yeah, baby.
ETELED
I can
was
remember
the first
basketball.
who was up to
There was
bat.
no basketball. I don't
The
think
pitcher
so.
threw the ball and I hit it. ETELED hit the ball hard.
Home
And it went flying
run.
into the pitcher's face.
No, it's not.
From what I could guess, the game's programming thought that the pitcher caught it. Thus, it was out. And because of this, another me was supposed to be the batter this time. But
It was
ETELED
ETELED?
was there again,
Oh.
ready to swing the bat and get a home run. I decided to try again. The pitcher threw the ball, and I swung the Wii remote. The ball went flying out of the stadium.
Home
Thus,
run.
it was out of the park.
Oh, out of the park. I love
ETELED ran
that.
to each base, and when he passed all of them, our team got a point. I was starting to get bored after a while. ETELED would keep getting home run after home run. It wasn't fun. There was no challenge.
Oh yeah, because
So
it's
I
not
quit
like
the
you're
game.
playing it. It's just like he's playing. Huh?
I decided to play bowling next. Bowling was another favorite sport of mine, and I like to go to the local bowling alley with a few friends that I had.
Oh yeah,
but-
bowling is fun.
This was when things got out of hand.
Oh, what is he gonna do?
I chose ETELED as my player, and on the first 3 throws, I got strikes.
Uh
I was
oh.
a relatively good bowler, so I didn't think it was too weird. But the next 3 throws after that were strikes
You're
too.
not playing. It's ETELED that's playing. I think.
Maybe ETELED is better at bowling than me, I said with a slight chuckle. I held the Wii remote behind me and pressed and held the B button, and it swung forward. ETELED didn't move. I tried again, and he still didn't move.
Why?
I noticed that ETELED was looking the other way. He seemed to be watching a CPU me playing on the lane next to him.
What was it, Kyle? It is Kyle.
ETELED said quietly. Kyle? Was this the same Kyle that ETELED told me about?
What?
Before
What
I
is
could do
Kyle
anything,
doing there?
ETELED slowly raised the bowling ball over his head, and he threw it towards Kyle's head.
Oh, you really throw
Kyle
it.
was knocked out. He fell as a massive red mark was made visible where the bowling ball hit his head. The game seemed to detect this as a strike, because the strike splash screen
Wow.
came up. And then the replay triggered. But in the replay, the pins didn't fall down. All you could hear was the screams and gasps of all the other me's in the bowling alley. When the replay was finished, the camera cut back to ETELED, who had his back facing the camera.
Wow.
He was looking at all the other me's staring at him. They all had shocked expressions.
I can just imagine the Wii world. Oh
ETELED said quietly as he ran off to the exit.
my gosh.
The camera was following ETELED the entire time. As ETELED burst out the door, I noticed that all the area surrounding the bowling alley was just pitch black. I saw ETELED forming a brick path to walk on. He walked for a while in this blank space. I saw nothing but him and the path. And then the camera started to jitter a bit.
Because the camera shouldn't be
Sam,
following him.
If the camera is jittering, it's because of the game's programming.
Yeah, this
The
should not be
camera's
over here.
supposed to be here.
Yeah.
So the game is trying to take it back to the bowling alley.
And you're not letting it? I asked.
Yes.
ETELED
Poor
responded.
ETELED. Oh my
ETELED,
gosh.
what happened back there? I asked. ETELED then stopped. He sat on the ground and faced me.
Sam, remember how I told you about Kyle? Well, that was his me. I honestly have no idea why he came back. I deleted him 10 years ago.
He just
What?
showed up in the bowling
I
alley
thought
one
deleting
day.
a me causes them pain. Why are you causing other me's pain if you don't want pain? I
That's
yelled.
true.
I deleted him because he deleted me. I was never good at resolving situations in a lighthearted manner. He caused me pain, so I had to cause him pain.
I like how he's already
Sorry.
self-aware.
Well, where do the me's even go when they get deleted? I asked. ETELED sighed.
Are you sure you want to know?
Yes.
Yes, I replied.
Though I already know.
Okay
This is a
then,
Kyle story.
but you need to delete me first. Once you're done with that, go to the Wii message board. You will see a blank envelope. Click it and then click on the video.
Oh my
ETELED
gosh.
instructed. I went to the Me channel after that, and I deleted him.
Delete without a
But
second
before
thought.
I confirmed that I wanted to delete him, I spoke out.
Are you sure?
I'm sorry, I said.
It's fine, Sam. You want to know after all.
I took
Why
a
you
deep
say it
breath
like that?
as
Like
I
you
inched
want to
the
know
cursor
after
over to
all.
the yes button.
Like trying to blame.
And then
I mean that's
pressed A.
Oh, poor ETELED. But that's the end of Sam's story 2. Next one's gonna be Sam's story 3, 4, 5, 6, all of them. Oh my gosh, like I'm just ETELED. Like we keep learning more and more about this ETELED person. I just feel so bad every time. Poor ETELED. I can't wait for what we're gonna watch next. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. If you like, go ahead and tell me what you guys think down below in the comments. I've been getting a lot of spoilers lately, so I think I might have to stop reading some of the comments from these. But I'll probably read it after I'm done with the whole series. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, don't forget to leave a like down below. And if you want to see more from me, feel free to check out my channel and tap the subscribe button. And I'll see you in my next video. Nina out.